was once a dream that was Rome.
Okay, so hello there. What do I call you? Do I call you Master Key Adi Mundi?
Alright, so Kiadi Mundi is my Jedi name. You can actually call me Sotiris if you want. This is my real name actually, Sotiris.
Shotiris?
Yes.
Okay, Shotiris. Well, welcome to this conversation. We've been
Thank
trying
you for
to...
having me.
Yes. Well, we've been trying for like half an year or what?
For real, bro. Fuck my life. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's been very busy, and thank you for waiting. We finally made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we did. It has been very busy. Like the last 3 months at work, this is the first weekend when I can really relax. So this is actually good that we can talk today because I'm a little bit chilled out.
I'm
And
waiting
not-
for the last night shift tonight, and then I have my days off finally.
Yes,
Some
so
redemption,
good days lie ahead.
indeed.
Let's just hope there's not gonna be an eclipse in Greece because I know you guys don't like eclipses.
It's the last thing we need.
Okay, so why don't you introduce yourself a little bit to those that don't know who you are and what you do?
A little bit.
A
First of
little
all, guys, thank you for watching the best channel that nobody watches.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel honored for being here. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Kiadi Mundi, or Sotiris is my personal name. I work with Starsmill, Xenon, and Bok, and a few other people at the medieval 1100 AD, 1177, and another campaign that we are finalizing after many months, 1207 AD. It's medieval modes for Total War Rome 2. Personally, I am the community manager. I don't have modding experience. I am useless in that regard, but I offer my services in other categories.
Oh, so you're
as well-
basically... oh, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, go ahead.
No, ask
You're
me.
basically the pink-haired ladies that AAA developers have, that are completely
Yeah,
useless
indeed.
and they're just there to spread the good news.
No, I am there to milk the money.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am the.
I
community
couldn't
manager,
help
as I
myself,
said.
man. I'm an asshole. I know. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Also, cut me some slack. I have history experience. I also contribute in that regard as well as Xenon, particularly for Eastern Roman Empire. All the rest I have left for him. You know, he does the job.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good start.
Do you have
That's...
something? Do you have something in mind about the mod that you would like to ask or something? I know in the past few months we haven't done many updates, but trust me, we're working to finalize 1207 AD and add the long-awaited scripts for the 1204 and everything. And
Yeah.
also, we are working on some new Crusader units that we will release soon enough. But
Oh.
I'm sure that you will like them. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that
looking
sounds good.
awesome.
That sounds good. That sounds good. So how did the Avengers assemble? How did you meet these guys?
I will tell you. Back in 2018, listen, my first Total War experience was first Napoleon and Empire, and then Rome
I'm sorry
2.
to hear that, man.
Yeah, I have never played the OG Rome 1 and Medieval 2. I've played them afterwards,
Yeah,
after
yeah.
Rome 2.
Yeah.
And when I started, you know, getting deep into the ancient stuff. And back in 2014, I saw Total War Rome 2. My cousin got the game as a gift from me, and I played it because of ancient Egypt. Because when I was young, I really liked ancient Egypt. Then I saw that it was mostly Hellenistic Egypt anyway. There wasn't much ancient Egyptian stuff, so
No.
it was a bit of a bummer. It is what it is. And after a couple of years, I saw the workshop, and I was starting to check some mods. I saw medieval 1100 AD, and I was like, okay, let me try that. It was very early stages back then.
Yeah.
And I saw some stuff about the Byzantium anyway, the Eastern Roman Empire, that I
We, we
thought
we
that
don't we don't use the B word around here, man. Just call them Eastern
yeah.
Roman Empire.
And I saw that it was lacking some stuff, and I reached Stars Mill, and I started giving ideas and etc. Then with Byzantine Centurion, we made the Discord, and after that, I met Bok, who was giving his scripts ideas for the mod. Xenon, who was also adding his historical expertise and
Yeah.
adding new factions and etc. And this is how we finally became one unit,
Yeah.
with Stars Mill.
That sounds cool. So you met through your passion, like most of the modders and most of the community usually does with these things.
Yeah. And it has come a long way, the mod, bro. I remember how it was and how it is right now. It's looking very nice. Of course, there is room for improvement, and this is why we ask from the community. And of course, it's a nice mod.
It is a nice mod, and it's very impressive how much work you put into it, guys. Like especially like not only with the 1100 AD, but then you went ahead and did another sub. The 1177 is a sub mod, right?
Yes, it's a sub mod, the secondary campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, which says the same.
Which is also very nice with Baldwin and Saladin and etc.
Yes,
Kingdom of Heaven
style. Yeah. I just discovered on YouTube. I'm gonna have to check it. A video about the Crusades and why they were awesome. I have to check it out.
From which channel?
I'm gonna tell you right now. PaxTube, I think. It's a 2-year-old video. I don't think I saw it before. Let me just check it because I was so excited I shared it on my channel, but I didn't actually watch it to the end.
It's in the community.
In 2005, the film...
I'm gonna send the link to you right now.
Sure.
You can enjoy it.
Ah, yes, the Baldwin smiling, yeah.
I think I saw it actually a while ago, but I forgot or something. Yeah, so, yeah. So yeah, I guess I can't ask you, but did you ever ask Starsmail why did he chose 1100 AD? Is it because of the start of the Crusades?
Yes, primarily it's because it's right at the start of the First Crusade. The kings of the West who took Jerusalem and solidified their domain there. Even though, as Eastern Roman Empire fans, it was anyway with Bohemond, they all swear their allegiance to Alexios and then took the lands for themselves. Anyway, anyway, we do appreciate their effort, but okay. Yes, of course, primarily it's the Crusades, the Pope, and all this magnificent stuff. Where history thrills here. So, and afterwards, 1177 is because of Saladin, who is one of the most well-known
for here in the West at least. Yes.
Yeah, along with Ibn Walid, something like that, who is the one who never lost a battle. I think I don't remember the actual name. I'm sorry. And also 1207 because it's after the Fourth Crusade.
Yeah, it's a very nice timeline.
The fall of the Roman Empire. That's why the empire fell. It's not 1453. Everything began to break down, of course, after 1071 with the Battle of Manzikert. But anyway, 1204 was the stab in the heart for me. After that, it was just a matter of time. But
I literally, I'm not exaggerating when I say that I don't think a day goes by without me thinking about the Fourth Crusade, if I'm being honest. It always pops into my mind somehow, some way, or in some shape. It's such a shameful time, man.
As Christians, we sometimes quote unquote glorify the Crusades. From our part, of course. War is a bad thing, but anyway, we see the historical aspect of stuff. But we glorify the Crusades, and then when we realize what the Fourth Crusade has done to the West, it literally it was the coffin. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is.
Who
That's
knew
why-
that? Who knew that that glorious empire, Alexios the First, when he talked? I think what was the start of? If I remember correctly, maybe you can correct me on this. That's how the Crusades started, right? Like the Alexios talked to the Pope or a Western leader, and he just
Yes,
threw a line
yes.
like, "Oh, if you have some extra troops, can you just send them to me? I'll pay you." And then armies show up.
Yes, I will tell you. Alexius started losing the grounds in the Middle East, and then turned to the West for assistance. I believe it was the Crusade of the People, the first Crusade that was
in '96 or what?
created.
What?
Yeah, and they was just going towards the east, plundering all the Christian villages because they didn't have any kind of logistics. And then it was the leaders of the West who consolidated it in one unit, Bohemond
Yeah,
and all the other people. And they went to Constantinople so they can pass towards Asia Minor. They swear their allegiance that they will assist for the common cause, and then as soon as they are done with the battle, they will offer all possessed lands to the ancient Roman Empire. Of course, they never do that.
no.
It is what it is.
Greed is always
yeah,
always wins in those times, man.
Typical greedy MFs, motherfuckers.
Yes.
Anyway, we love them. It's okay.
No, man, they're Normans. They're not okay. Yeah, I was joking.
And then they were marching towards Edessa, and I think it was when the Seljuks started to harass them and make some ambushes, which never worked, I think, if I remember correctly. And then they reached Antioch. They managed to do the siege, and then it's the glorified siege of Jerusalem. And the only thing that I liked about Bohemond is during the siege of Jerusalem, if I remember correctly, he took like a couple hundreds of nights to go for a loot run, for supplies.
Yeah.
And this is when he met the first regiment of the Muslim army that was coming to relieve the siege. And he literally charged with these couple hundreds of knights, and he routed thousands of soldiers. I don't know how he managed to do that, but it's a W. It's a W for him.
Yes. And also, isn't there? I think about that book. Isn't there like a cousin of Alexios or some relative female wrote a book about Bohemond and when the Crusaders came into Constantinople? There's a book about it, right?
I think it was Anna Komnene. I don't remember.
I think so, something like that. Yes.
I think yes. There was a book. Yeah, indeed. And I have to show you also a book that I have, that it's from a Byzantine emperor, the Strategicon. Do you know that?
Yeah, I remember you talked to me about it, and
yes,
I looked it up when you told me.
Of Maurice. This book, bro, it's amazing. It's the Bible, let's say, of the Byzantine generals, and since you like the Roman Empire, you should get it. They have it on Amazon, I think.
Yeah.
It's the actual book transliterated that the Emperor Maurice wrote, and it has actual formations, how to use soldiers in battle, blah blah blah. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you will like it. And because I always like to role play on campaigns that I play, and
yeah, me too. I prefer that.
In 1100 AD, I always try to take what I'm reading into action to see if it works.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. When the
course.
AI is retarded.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, I'll like, whenever people will hear this or watch this, I'll put the name in the description box and even write it on the screen of the video. So for those that are interested, they can go ahead and get it. I remember you told me about it like a few months ago. So it's a very interesting book if you're into that. Yeah, so those are the Crusades, I guess. It was, yeah, it's what a shit show.
It's a bittersweet experience when you read about these things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Do you play any campaigns now? You have
about in that time period or what?
Yes, I see that you have some active campaigns now.
Well, I restarted the Roman campaign in 1100 AD. because
see the third
I don't
episode,
post
yeah.
that many episodes, but I've been slacking the past couple of months. I've just had so much work. And whenever I have a little bit of free time, it's always a question of, well, should I grind a little bit of Total War or just rest so I'm not a zombie the next day, you know? So I didn't have a lot of...
feel you, bro.
Yeah, so I didn't have a lot of time, but I restarted the 1100 AD campaign with the Roman Empire for two reasons. The first time I started it, I was fairly inexperienced with the mod. And also, midway through the campaign, you guys introduced the supply system, which maybe you can talk about a little bit after I finish my thought now. And it kind of was a system to the shock, so to say. And it just, I was already a little bit tired of the campaign because it was going on for a long time and it was starting to be very grindy. And I remember the last few campaigns felt like I was just throwing rocks at the wall. And
Yeah.
that's when I said, okay, maybe it's time to take a break here. But I restarted it because since then I've played more campaigns in 1100 AD. I gained more experience. I failed a lot of times, of course, but I learned it and I understand the strategy and the philosophy behind the mod now. So now that I know all that and I want to play with the supply system, it's much more interesting because it's obviously, at least from what I can see with the Roman campaign, it's a battle for survival. It's very different from the usual mods where you just go in, oh, let's conquer everything. No. First you have to survive here. In my opinion, you have to survive. You have to lay down the infrastructure in your lands to be stable, and then only then you can look towards expansion. And it is a little bit, not a little bit, it is very grindy, but I enjoy the challenge because, as you said, like you said yourself, like I also like to roleplay as much as possible when I'm in these campaigns, and that's the perfect scenario for the Roman Empire because it was a real grind to fight in those time periods in the east and also in the west with the Normans, because Alexios had a cool war with the Normans. I mean, cool, so to say, of course.
Yeah,
but
in Dyrrhachium.
Yeah, it was like what I liked about that. Can't remember all the details. But what I loved about Alexios is that in some ways he fought the old ways. Because what did the Romans do in antiquity? They weren't invincible. They would lose battles here and there, but they always had the ability to just send another army and try to force their way to victory. And kind of that's what Alexios did, because if I remember correctly, they had like 4 battles or 5 battles. And in the first 2 or 3, Alexios got spanked by the Normans. But he just came back and came back and he came back and eventually he defeated them. So that's the in that time period.
First of all, let me ask you the magical question: in what difficulty are you playing the new campaign?
Well, the campaign it's on hard difficulty, but the battles are on normal because I feel like I don't enjoy peasants beating my Varangians. I'm sorry.
Bravo. Exactly.
I fucking hate grindy stuff, you know. And unfortunately, the way like the game is built and stuff, like that's usually what CA does. Just boost the stats. That's harder. There you go. Have fun. It's so cheap. But I also have to like congratulate you guys because I don't know the technical aspects of this, but it feels like the AI is much better in 1100 AD than it is in Rome, for example, when I play the Roman campaigns. I've noticed that the formations sometimes they like to spread out on a long line, which is sometimes a headache to get prepared to, especially if you are outnumbered. Is that true? Like, you guys did work on the AI as well, right?
Yes, of course. We have done many tweaks, and also we are using a combination of other Total War titles. We have used their AI responses on certain, actions the player makes.
Yeah.
And specifically in battles, and also in the campaign. If you have noticed in the campaign, it's not like the vanilla Total War Rome 2 that you see an army with 2 units attacking your capital.
No, yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
It's actually the complete opposite usually.
Yeah, they're coming with 3 stacks.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a little bit. Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we have done many tweaks, so it can feel at least that you're playing with something intelligent in a way. and something that will give you a pain, quote unquote, that it's not something like, okay, I'm starting a campaign today, by tomorrow I will have half of the map. No, it doesn't
Yes.
work like that.
Yes.
It has a curve to it. I understand the frustration sometimes. That they keep spamming armies, they keep okay, but what do you want? Like 1-2 battles and then go and take all the enemy cities until they recruit another army? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't want the player to steamroll the campaign, because then there is nothing else to play. If you steamroll
Yes.
half of the map in 2 days, then what? You will play 2 more campaigns and then you will be done with the mod.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We want them to spend some time, learn the mechanics, and not come on Discord and start
It is
crying.
like
No,
I used to do in the past a few times. No, I do admit I did that a few times. Like,
with all due respect, but to all the people, I'm not judging
yeah,
anybody.
of course, yes.
I have done it myself. When I started playing, I was messaging stars, what the fuck is happening here?
Yeah,
You know.
yes. But that's also, I think that's also the beauty of the mod, because initially, like, it's not just the mod that you can just, okay, let's just play it and you just have fun. It's not fun until you understand the mod. It's at least that's how it felt. It's grindy, and sometimes things don't make sense until they do, you know, for lack of a better word. It is grindy, like you said. It is challenging, but with the frustrations also come the great sense of reward, you know, the sense of accomplishment when you finally manage to overthrow or to defeat a great enemy that you have. Like, I remember I played before the 1100 AD. I played on the channel a little bit of the Nicaea. How? Oh, you're Greek. Perfect. How do I say fucking Nicaea? How do you say it?
I will tell you. It's Nicaea.
Nicaea. Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Finally. So I played as Nicaea, and when I finally destroyed the Sultanate of Rome, I was so freaking happy. It was like it felt really great, and it would have not felt the same way if it would have been easy, you know. So
yeah,
it's
just another enemy if it's easy, you know.
Yes, and also, like, if you listen to this maybe and you haven't tried the mod and you want to try it, just take your time and realize it's gonna take more than you might think to understand it. But once you understand it, it's gonna give you great rewards for playing it, and in my humble opinion anyway. Coming back a little bit, can you talk about the supply system? Why did you implement it, and how did you implement it, and who came up with the idea?
Sure, I will tell you. The idea was, as far as I'm concerned, from a Crepax on Steam that we used to cooperate with. He's not very active lately. Thank him. We would like to thank him very much for the assistance. I will tell you, the idea behind it is that we wanted to add a sense of logistics in the game. The same applies as well to the equipment, which is a countermeasure of the population that it have in other mods. We wanted, as I said, to apply a sense of logistics in the game. It's not like, okay, you know what, I have money now. I joined 50 wars on the other side of the map. Now I have the money.
Yes.
Yes, I will spam 3 armies, and in one turn I will take 3 cities. It's not like that. And as you also said, you need to build infrastructure in your own domain, in your own cities, because if you get in another city, you have to rebuild it.
Yes.
You will lose food, you will lose equipment, you lose everything, and you need to be ready to do this step. Anyway, I think that the supply system is fairly balanced. I understand the people who are saying, but how I will go to the Holy Land to join the Crusade? Yeah, okay, I understand. But you know what? When you are playing as a faction that it's on the other side of the map, you need to realize that you won't be able to go there most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay. But of course, you can make alliances, since there is the Crusade. All Catholic factions, as you know, they're having peace.
Yeah.
So you can ask for right of passage, and you can simply go through their lands, and you won't be losing any kind of supplies as soon as you are in allied lands.
No.
Yeah, so you can do that, of course.
Yeah, and if by any chance you go through those lands and you stop in Venice, make sure to sack it, pillage it, burn it, and just go forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same goes for Rome. That pontiff always asking for taxes.
Yeah, at that point in time, Rome, Venice, they're free. They're yours to take, guys. Just enjoy.
For real. Also, do you have any questions about the equipment, mechanic?
No, not necessarily. Like you said, it adds an extra challenge. It adds depth, which is very cool. And also, like, if you feel like you don't enjoy it or you don't like it, there is a submod that can disable that.
Bravo, exactly. We have taken into account that because, of course, not everybody likes the same things.
Yes.
And I understand that many people, like you and me, have full-time jobs. They want to relax and not like be, try hard sweats above the computer playing a campaign. And they want to remove some aspects that feel they are hard for them, and they want to relax. That's why we have made the summons for most of the things. We have also added the summon for the continue battle that some people like to hunt defenseless people running for their lives.
Yes. Well, I mean, historically, that's when the most of the damage in a battle was done, right? When the morale would break in one army and the other army would run them down. It's not actually when they were fighting. But yeah, I think
I remember. I'm sorry to interrupt. I remember in my first campaigns, when I was role playing in Legendary, I had the Cataphracti, the elite cavalry of the in Romans, and as soon as the battle was over, like one unit could have like 1,200 kills. Just from the people running for their lives. It was so nice. It was so nice.
Well, I mean, battles are hard, so when you can finally do that, it's very satisfying. And you're like almost, at least when I reach that point, I'm like desperate to get every little snack on the map that I can get, because I know that's gonna make my life easier on the campaign map.
Yes, I also still remember a battle. This battle will remain with me until the end of my life, for real. I think it was in my first legendary Eastern Roman campaign. Alexius was dead, and I had John Komnene as the emperor.
Yeah.
And because I like John, I role played with him a lot, and of course I had Civil War.
Naturally.
Pure Greek experience. Yes. I had the Civil War, and of course I had like 2 stacks spawning from nowhere. And I had one army with 20 units, which was my most elite army. It was too much experience in that army. And I fought them, and the only one I won, but the only one who was still standing was Alexios with 5 bodyguards from the cavalry bodyguard unit.
John, you mean because Alexios was
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
John, I'm sorry.
Yes.
John Komnene, and also one Varangian, bro. He was still fighting for his life. They never routed. I still remember that guy. It was amazing.
Odin smiled upon him that day.
I still remember it was amazing. They never routed. They had so much experience. Their morale was unbreakable. It was amazing.
Yeah. And those are the moments that stay with us when we play these games and the battles and such.
Exactly.
That's why it's such a great game. But how did you enjoy? You said that your first contact with Total War was Empire and Napoleon. Did you play those games a lot, or was it just a gateway into the other ones?
No. Mostly Total War Napoleon, because I like the era, the Napoleonic Wars. I really like it. And I used to play it with my cousin. Cooperative campaign.
Oh yeah.
He used to play as France. I used to play as England. On Legendary, and we used to conquer all the map. And I still remember those cold nights marching towards Moscow with the Coldstream guards and the old guards next to each other, the French and the British. It was nice times.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. I also liked Empire because it had the whole world.
Yeah.
And I don't know when they will make Empire 2. I don't. And Medieval 3. It's
Well, I don't know.
yeah.
I don't. Even if they do it,
First,
it's not an. It's not necessarily a successful story. We'll have to wait until we actually see the game.
Exactly. First we'll get GTA 7, and then we will get Medieval 3, and it will be like Troy. It will be a cartoon mess.
That's what I'm afraid of, man. That's what I'm thinking. That it's gonna be. It's gonna have that crap UI of Pharaoh and Troy, and it's just gonna turn me off. And it's gonna be so bittersweet because I don't know. I don't think they have it in them to do a good historical game anymore, if I'm being honest. I said this previously as well. I'm not as optimistic as some people are. And even if they do it, it's gonna probably have that crap UI, sorry. And it's a loss-loss situation for me, but we'll see.
Bro, for real, listen, I am Greek. One would assume that as a Greek person, Troy would be my favorite game. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't. I don't know. Okay, listen, the map is nice. Sometimes the graphics on the map, it was very nice. You know, the skies and all these,
Yes.
you know, pottery texture that they had.
It is pretty, yes. I'll give them that, yeah.
It's looking nice. And then you have the battles. Who the actual fuck thought that people swinging swords on the air would be a fun way to watch a battle? Why did they remove the animations? Why did they remove the animations and the finishers? The only ones who had animations were the heroes of the leaders.
Oh, that was like, I played Troy. I remember I got it for free on the Epic Game Store. But like, Jesus Christ, like when I saw that they have like hero units, I was already halfway out. I played it for like, I said this on the Discord, I played it for like 45 minutes and that was it for me. That was the Troy experience.
Is that sometimes, I had Achilles and Hector fighting, of course. Iliad, it's a lovely duel. And the animations, the dude was piercing the other dude on the neck with a spear, and then they kept fighting. I don't know. It turns me off.
Yeah, go ahead.
Same thing with Pharaoh, unfortunately, because as an ancient Egyptology fan, let's say, and as I told you, I started playing Total War 2 because of Egypt.
Yes.
I was waiting for a Total War game based on Egypt for many years, and when I finally heard about Pharaoh, I was like, oh wow! You remember, I think, on Discord when I was saying, oh wow,
we talked. Yes.
I am waiting to play blah blah blah, and when I finally played, I thought it was like Troy 2.0 trash. Okay, as I said, I'm sorry. The visuals were nice. The campaign map is nice. The setting is nice. I really like Bronze Age. Yeah. But okay, trash. I appreciate all the modders because they are adding mods that supplement, the lack of animations. Yes. As I told you,
they work on the games. Yes.
Yeah, they try to make up for it, but it's not enough, unfortunately. That's why I really enjoy Total War 2 and Attila. Even though Attila, I only played 1212 AD back in the day, which is a very nice mod. I would like to congratulate.
Go ahead.
I would like to congratulate the dudes about that mod. It's very nice.
It is. It's beautiful.
I don't know. Attila is a bit, darkish.
It's different. Yes.
I don't know. I really enjoy the map of Constantinople, though. It's looking very nice.
Yeah, they worked on it. It looks very nice. It has actually 3 walls, if I remember correctly. Last time I had a battle there.
Yeah,
they worked on it. It's really nice, man. It's good work.
They keep adding stuff. I think they have added also fleets, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
I haven't checked their logs for a long time anyway. But bravo. They also have, of course, the tools to do the custom maps and the custom battle maps.
And it's
a very nice mod, yeah.
Yeah, the units are beautiful. The number of factions that you can play as is also pretty high, and diverse. Like there's endless playtime there if you really want to play that mod.
Of course, and as I say, all these sweats who are trying to compare the two modes, our mode with theirs, don't do it to yourself. One mode is
no,
good.
yeah, they're very different experiences.
Yeah. No, what I would like to say is that one mode does it better to one thing, the other one does it better to another thing. Enjoy both. Enjoy both, guys.
Yes.
There is no need to come on our Discord, or some people go to their Discord and crash to one another. Just enjoy.
No.
Thank you for the modders. Thank you for their work, for their passion. Enjoy the games. Relax. Such is life.
And just to come back a little bit, for those that are listening to this and might be interested in the Bronze Age, there's actually a mod called Age of Bronze for Rome 2, which is pretty good. I have on the channel the Egyptian campaign. It's a pretty cool mod, and they're still working on it. I think currently, if I remember correctly, last time I checked, they had 2 playable factions. It's Egypt and
the Hittites, I think.
Yeah, the Hittites. I think so. And they plan on working on it and unlocking more factions to play as. And also, yeah, I agree. I would make this parallel comparison, I think, actually, because you said that people compare the 2 medieval mods, 1100 AD and 1212. I would say it's a similar as the comparison between Divide et Impera and Parabellum. Like, they're 2 completely different mods. Like,
exactly.
I'd say 1100 AD is a more challenging, some might say grindy experience with higher rewards. But 1212 AD, just like Parabellum, it's a beautiful mod. It's a lot of fun to play as, and also it's a little bit like for lack of a better word, because English is my third language, it's a little bit easier, and you might enjoy yourself a little bit more. Maybe if you, like we said before, maybe you're a little bit tired, maybe you just don't want to sweat on that day. You can have 2 campaigns in parallel with these mods, when you finally, like when you want a real challenge and you want to have some fun, you can play 1100 AD. But when you still want to have fun, but you just lack the bandwidth to invest that energy into a video game, you can play 1212 AD. So there's place for both of them in any Total War players playlist, I would say. Definitely, for sure.
There is no need to pick one from the other, and not only it's 2 different modes in a way, they're also based in 2 different games.
Yeah, 2 different games, 2 different timelines.
Yeah, Attila has more Christian cities. It has by default more assets, more buildings that you can build upon. Yes. It has the Constantinople map. It has medieval cities. In our mode, we try to do as much as we can, even though we are not able to do custom maps from scratch.
Yeah.
We try to replace buildings. We try to give it as much as we can a more medieval feeling to the game.
Yeah.
But it's not 100%. It will never be 100% because up
no,
until
but it
now,
doesn't.
as far as I'm concerned, there is no functional tool 100% until now, I repeat, to make custom maps on Rome 2. So we're still waiting on that. We'll see how it goes. But as I said, enjoy both mods. They're both amazing.
Yeah, and you also, and even so, I think you did a great job. The walls look like they are medieval walls, and also, like I remember, this was years ago by now. You also updated the map where the settlements look like castles now, if it's a castle on the campaign map and stuff like that. So yeah, it's really good.
As soon as you upgrade the settlement to tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, the settlement reflecting on the map, it will be much bigger and different.
Yeah.
So we try to do that as well. And of course, it has the Jerusalem has its own castle on the map. Constantinople, of course, has its own castle. Rome, the same. We tried, for the main cities to do a specific skin, which was a pain in the ass to do it, but we managed to do it, and it looks nice.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Did you ever try, I remember this was a few years ago, and actually yesterday I started thinking about it. There's another medieval mod for Attila called Medieval Warfare. Did you ever try that mod? I'm thinking about looking into it.
No, I haven't. The only mods that I played, it was 1212 and Anno Domini. Anno Domini a little bit.
Yes.
But not much, which is also a very nice mod as well.
Oh yeah, they have a ton of timelines, a ton of mods. Yes.
Share me the link of the mod whenever you have the time.
It's
I would
called
like
yeah.
to
Okay.
see.
Yeah. If you look it
Later,
up
later.
on the workshop, it's medieval warfare. The only thing that pisses me off is like not that it requires all the DLCs of Attila. That's I think that's why I didn't play it like a couple of years ago, because back then I didn't have almost all of the DLCs. Now I do have them, but it also requires the blood and sand or whatever the fuck the blood DLC is called for Attila, which on principle I don't want to buy, because it pisses me off that I have to pay for blood in a total war game, you know.
Yeah.
But
the 2.99 euros they need the cash, bro.
my god, man, my god, I hope they spend it on oh, I'm gonna stop talking right now because it's so annoying, it's so pathetic, and it's so obvious, you know.
Blood and gore, blood and gore.
Yeah, blood and gore, yeah. Okay, but I think I'll eventually get it because I need that one, and I think that I don't have the Celtic pack. And other than that, I have all the DLCs because I would like to check out this mod. I remember like 2-3 years ago, Terminator made a video on it, and also Andy Steak, or what that channel is called. Back when I was watching it, they were talking about the mod, and at that time I didn't check it out because I didn't have all the DLCs, and I didn't want to pay like 10 euros for each DLC. Because
but when they're making some sales on Steam, it's worth buying. But
yes,
definitely not. Yeah,
that's how I got most of the DLCs. I think I have them in my wish list, and whenever they're on sale, I just grab them. Because otherwise, they have like, let me just check, because I was actually checking today what I need and what I have.
Some for Total War on 2 have even 16 euros. I think Caesar in gold or something like that. 16 euros for a DLC for a game 11 years old. I mean,
it boggles the mind, because where did I hear it? Was one of the history channels that use, you know, Rome 2 and Attila to, when they talk about history and battles, they use footage from the Total War games, and I think some of them were asked, and then they said that they don't understand why the games are still so expensive, because people would like to play them, but when they see a price tag of 60 euros at this point in time, for Rome 2, it's a 12-year-old game, and Attila is a 10-year-old game. It's like, does that really make sense? And that's the price of entry, right? Because then you have the DLCs, which are, most of them are, I'm looking at it here, the culture packs, they're 9 euros, and then you have Age of Charlemagne, which is 17. It's kind of... Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, but I guess they have to milk the cow that gives them milk, right? Because they cannot milk Pharaoh, right?
and they will keep making DLCs for Warhammer.
Just take me now, Lord.
Keeps okay. I understand that.
I mean, there is a crowd for that. Yes, people.
Okay. I respect that. But why don't you make Lord of the Rings?
No, my God.
I mean, it's also fantasy, you know.
It's also fantasy, but I feel like Lord of the Rings would unite the two crowds. It would unite the historical fans with the fantasy fans, because everybody likes Lord of the Rings.
Of course.
Unless you're that teacher, you know, unless you're that teacher from Great Britain that forced its students to write an essay about how Lord of the Rings is actually racist, which I just gotta say this: go fuck yourself.
Who the fuck does that? I haven't heard of that.
Take a guess. Was he a native Englishman or was he not? Take a guess.
In a what way it's racist? Because Uruguay
they're
black armor.
Yes, they have black skin, and therefore it's a natural conclusion that they are. I don't know what they are. I don't know. It's so silly. And even if let's I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here for a second, okay? Let's say that is true. The Uruk-hais are fucking badass, man. They're badass in every single aspect that they are. Like, they are bred for war. They are like, oh my God. I have Lourdes' figurine here. I have most of the bad guys in the Lord of the Rings. I have almost none of the good guys, because the bad guys are always cooler. But yeah, whatever.
Now that we talk about Lord of the Rings, I believe I should make a marathon like tomorrow or the day after, for sure. I need to rewatch the movies.
I had the absolute fortune to watch them in the cinema this year.
Bravo.
Oh my God.
Last year, this is what I want to say. Last year, we had it here in Greece. When I first heard the Rohirrim charge in Dolby Atmos, I'm sorry to say, but I ejaculated. I'm sorry, bro. It was an amazing experience.
It was like I saw those movies like so many times, so many times, but it was so nice to see them in the cinema. I always dreamt about seeing them in the cinema. I actually gave up hope that I will ever do. And then finally a Facebook ad is useful. It just popped up that in a city next to me, where I live, they're gonna be playing Lord of the Rings. So I was like, okay, honey, the next 3 weekends are taken. We're not doing anything. We're going to the movies. And it was awesome. The Charge of the Rohirrims is absolutely fantastic. And also, I was expecting some moments to just make my eyes watery. Mostly, I like, what was the scene that hit you the most when you saw the trilogy? Was it the Charge?
I will tell you, I believe my favorite scene is when all hope is lost at Helm's Deep. When Aragorn is speaking with
Theoden,
with Theoden, bravo, I forgot the name. Oh my goodness. With Theoden at the throne room and the whole all hope is lost, when he says to him, ride with me, and Gimli is
he gives the buff, you know, he's the buffer.
It blows that horn, and they open the gate and they start rushing out, and then you have Gandalf and the other lieutenant, whoever that is.
Theodrin, I think it's Theodrin. Or with that's not. Wait, no, because Theodrin is Theoden's son. Oh, who is that guy?
Names,
Carl Urban. What's his name? I'm gonna punch myself in the ball right now.
I am not good with names. I cannot help.
Yeah, just go ahead and talk.
And they keep charging. Pop. This is one of my. I believe it's my favorite scene. And of course, I also like when the Witch King of Angmar is gearing up.
Oh yeah, Eomer. Sorry, Eomer is his name.
Bravo, Eomer.
Yeah, I like the Witch King of Angmar is incredibly badass.
By far my favorite character.
Yeah, it's his dialogue with Gandalf in Minas Tirith right before the Rohirrims show up. It's really good. Yeah. It's really deep, and I think at that spot Gandalf is fucked if the Rohirrims don't show up, because he was I don't know how it is. Like he was, at least in the movies. At that point, he was done because he was on top of him. His staff was broken. And such, so he was done. I think my favorite moment, surprisingly, usually what gets me the most. Okay, we'll take a break of a few seconds because I have to go grab some water because I'm gonna be left with no voice if I don't get some water. 1 second, okay? Be right back.
No worries.
Okay, so we're back. So as I was saying, like usually when I rewatch the movies, the moment that touches me in a special way is when Theoden talks at the burial of his son. He talks to Gandalf and he says, that parents shouldn't bury their kids, their children, or something like that. That usually, like every single time, man, I get chicken skin or whatever it's called, and it's like I'm on the verge of crying. But in the cinema, for some reason, when freaking Pippin starts singing to Denethor, it just almost broke me. I had to bite my tongue to not cry right there because it's such a powerful scene.
And you have one of his sons charging outside of the city, huh?
Yeah.
That's
yes.
Such an amazing. They don't make such movies anymore, bro.
No, but it was even at that time that was special. Like, the Lord of the Rings trilogy is very special. And I'm sure you're ready for when they eventually remake it and they make Aragorn black.
For now, I will tell you, I will enjoy myself watching the new Harry Potter where Snape is black.
Oh, there you go. Well, there's always in some way, shape, or form. There's always something new to look forward to, right? I'm looking forward to season 3
By
of.
the way, I'm sorry. By the way, I forgot to mention that Aragorn is bisexual. I'm sorry, in case you didn't notice.
Well, did you hear that? Now, the demographic for his partners just increased, so that's good, I think. Maybe him and Legolas will have something going on in the next movies, in the Search of Gollum, because I think they're gonna make that, which is I don't know.
I believe they will also make the Eds. You remember the Eds, the large trees?
Yeah, ants. Yes,
Treebeard. They will have bravo. They will have their own sexuality now. I don't know.
Non-binary leaves. Okay, let's stay away from that because I can go on for days and it's just a waste of time.
There is no. Yeah.
But also, like, coming back to Lord of the Rings, following the charge of Faramir when he just charges into death. Like actually that's before. When the Gondor forces first fall back from Osgiliath.
Yes.
And then the Nazgul chase them. And then Gandalf rides out of the city and chases them off. That's also a beautiful scene, man. Oh my god. Yeah. That is so beautiful. It's incredible. It's mind-blowing. Even now, like, you rewatch it, it didn't age. It looks very good.
By the way, now that the visuals in these movies, also one of my favorite scenes, it's when the Minas Tirith is lighting the beacons.
And, yeah. That's based in Eastern Roman stuff, right?
Yeah, bro. These mountains, these visuals, from one mountain peak to the other. I always liked these mountains when I was looking at it. I was like, oh wow, imagine some people are hiking up there. They have the cabin just in case to be on standby so they can light it up once in a million years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So nice. That was also very nice. Like, I could go on and on about Lord of the Rings, man, without stop. And
Rohan will answer.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you read the book or books? I should say. I don't know. Lord of the Rings.
Many years ago.
Okay, it's because I read it. Yeah. I finished it actually this year. I think I haven't. I've read it like 3/4 of it because I have one book. I have the old school version where it's one book. The three movies is one book. Yeah. So the last part, I was like, it's such a drag because I already know what happens. I saw the movies a million times, and what I did is I just listened to an audiobook, and that was really nice. But what I'd say, the movies are great, right? But what I slightly dislike is how weak Gondor is made to look in the movies. In the books, it's not that weak, and
bro.
It's also like, I remember there's a scene describing how the forces of Gondor go inside the city, like the knights of what is they called? They're allies from the south. Anyway, there's a faction. They're allies from the south. The knights are marching in, and they have actually a big role in the battles on the Pelennor fields, and it's very awesome. Like, even Denethor as a character, I think in the movie he's just such a pussy, man. And in the books, it's not like that. He from what I've imagined anyway, when I read the book, he was described as a strong, powerful man, but somewhat similar to Boromir, right? Mm-hmm. Powerful, courageous, but just grinded to the fucking ground by the wars and the endless darkness that's staring at him across his city, And that shit can do that to a man, no matter how brave you are. But in the movies, he was a little bit of a weasel. I didn't like that aspect of.
I will tell you what pissed me off in the Battle of Minas Tirith is that in the entire battle sequence, in the entirety of the battle, only one soldier manages to kill an enemy when the trolls break the main gate and storm in. Only in that scene you see one soldier with a spear who killing an enemy. In the entirety of the battle,
Yeah.
no Gondor soldier never gets any kill. Never.
No.
In melee, because
Yes.
they're using,
Archers, yes.
the trebuchets and whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
And,
I think they made a mistake there. The Gondor is made to look too weak. A
yeah,
little bit.
uh,
I
and
understand why they did it.
they have that badass armor, and they are useless. Anyway.
And there's the fountain guards. I think they're called. It's the guys
Yeah,
that you can see.
the ones on top.
Yeah, like they should have used them in battle. I know
Oh my God,
they
yeah.
are the elite stuff, the elite units of Gondor, or at least one of them anyway. And they were not used in the battles. Only you see just glimpse of them around the white tree on
Can
the
you
top.
remind? Yeah, with
When
the things, in the helmet they have the extensions.
yeah. They
Allow me
look
to ask
really
you, don't
cool.
you remember? I think the mode for Lord of the Rings is Dawnless Days, something like
Yeah,
that.
it has to come out this year, man. It finally is gonna come out, allegedly.
Have you played it?
Well,
I don't
they have a
remember if you had the
multiplayer.
campaign.
No, they haven't launched the campaign. There's no campaign yet.
Ah, okay.
I played it a little bit because you can play custom battles. Like I played it like a couple of years ago, but I
Yes.
didn't want to touch it until they release a campaign. And they did say that they're gonna release it this year, so probably December. So I'm
Hopefully
very
it
looking
won't be
forward
like
to
GTA,
that. I mean,
Hopefully.
between GTA 6 and Dawnless Days, you never know which one will strike first. Yeah, but
real.
that's I said this multiple times, man. When that mod drops, I'm gonna disappear from the face of the earth, and I'm just gonna stick to my computer and play it. I think I actually stated this on the channel post a while ago that when that drops, I'm gonna pause everything that's going on and I'm gonna start like 3 or 4 campaigns in that mod, and that's what I'm gonna play for a few weeks. I'm gonna come back to the older campaigns after I have had my fair share of Middle Earth, because
I hadn't checked at all anything about that mod. I only know, have watched videos. I don't know if they have any kind of custom battles with Minas Tirith.
they have custom maps.
The battle
They have
maps. Oh,
yeah,
they
yeah.
have. Bravo.
Yes, you can have.
Okay.
I think they have a YouTube channel where they show some of the stuff, and they have custom maps. They have, if I remember correctly, I saw Khazad-dûm a few years ago. So they have custom maps.
Wow.
It's
It will be very nice.
it's super interesting because I played, like I said this a few times when I would play. Of course, nobody knows because nobody watches. It's the best channel that nobody watches. But I played a lot of Medieval 2, but it's like 80% of Medieval 2 playtime, it was in Third Age Total War. I didn't play much of the vanilla or stainless steel of Medieval 2. I only played, I mostly played the Lord of the Rings mod. That's why when I play the for example, my Eastern Roman campaign now, I might still ask questions that a more experienced player shouldn't ask, But anyway, that was the Lord of the Rings side of things. So who's your favorite character?
My favorite character. Hey, it has to be Aragorn, bro.
Oh, okay.
It has to be. Yeah, his lore is. Okay, from the good guys, Aragorn. From the bad guys, the Nazgul. 100%.
Yeah.
I would love to be one of the 9. Not the Witch King. I don't have such high hopes, but one of the 9. One of the 9 only.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're so bad as when they enter that tavern and they are all sitting above of the bed with their
that's
swords,
pretty cool. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
That's when you know that shit just got real. Because up until then, it's like in the first movie, it's like a nice fairy tale. Oh yeah, you see the intro, the intro battle. You see like, oh wow, this is cool. Then you see like a nice story. But then when the Nazgul show up, like the first contact, when they meet them on the road, when they hide from him, it's so good because you can literally feel that the movie just got a shift there. That there was a a gear was changed, and you know that shit just got real, and that was very cool.
Darkness approaching.
Yeah,
so nice.
Yeah, and what I also like about them, like, okay, I'm gonna stop with Lord of the Rings soon, I promise. But what I also like about the movies is that every time I watch them, I discover something new. So to give you an example, when I watched them in the cinema, two things popped out to me. Merry, you know when Pippin goes away with Gandalf to Minas Tirith because he held the orb, and then Sauron thinks that he has the ring, so he takes him to Minas Tirith.
Mm-hmm.
Pippin says the following: I've always taken care of him, and now he's without me. So he was worried for him. But that's when they separate. But then the next time they meet on the field of battle, where Merry is very hurt. You know, he fought the Witch King.
Yes.
Which was beaten by a woman. You know, if you want to make good storytelling without political bullshit, that's how you do it.
Exactly, bravo.
But next time they meet, Pippin is very hurt, and then Merry is very hurt, but Pippin has to take care of him, which switches the roles, and it was a very nice contrast to notice that I didn't see before. And also
he was a knight of Gondor.
Yes, he was. And the story of those two is so nice. Like, one goes with Rohirrim, with Rohan, the other one goes with Gondor, and it's just so nice.
And they all collide in the same battlefield.
Yeah, it's so well built up. And also the other scene, like, Theoden is my favorite character. When I grew up, it was always Legolas, right? Like, badass kills, cool elf, blah blah blah. But as I matured, I started to appreciate Theoden and Boromir more and more. Because, like, Boromir, you appreciate him because you fully understand him. You're a full-ass grown man. You know what he's about. You know that you can be brave, you can be strong, but life will just has a way of beating you down if you let it, that it's fucking merciless. And that's, I think, what Boromir is. And then Theoden, like, imagine this, you're brainwashed. Then Gandalf comes in. He takes you out of the brainwash. You know, okay, you wake up, you barely woken up. There's war at your front door. You have to somehow manage that, outnumbered, right? And after that, you have to somehow march all your army to fight another war against another overwhelming enemy. It's just, and by the way, in between, your son dies. So good luck. And he still held, like, his chest up high, and he's such a brave. Yeah, he's such a brave character, and so well written. It's just incredible. But as I was coming back, like, the other scene that I noticed that I haven't seen before, or stuff that I didn't see before, is, you know, when the last time Theoden talks to Eowyn, his nephew, or no, she's nephew, right? That's the right term.
Yeah, when it's about to go and master the more men.
Yes, when they're about to march off to war, and he doesn't want to take her into war.
On the third, we ride for war and glory.
Yes. He tells her the following. He tells her, she asks at one point in time, because she wants to go with him. He says no, and then she very reluctantly and sadly, she asks, okay, but so what will you have me do? And then he says to her, I would like to see you smile. And she doesn't smile then, she cries. But the next time they meet on the field of battle, when he's dying, you know, that's all that he sees. She's just all smiles. She has a big smile on her face, and that's the last thing he sees while he's alive. And that's, like, it's so deep if you look into it. It's so beautiful. That's it, man. You cannot write a better story than that.
So nice, bro. You appreciate these details because they add to the depth of the movie.
Yes,
and the whole lore.
Yes, it's very nice.
They connect the dots with each character, you know.
Yes.
Like anyway, so nice.
Yeah,
I need to watch the movies again. It is what it is.
Yeah, we all have to watch them again and again and again.
Also, last year, I think it was the 20th anniversary of Star Wars: The Revenge of the Sith, and we had it here at the cinema again.
Okay.
And I went with I went with my friend to watch it, and they had, like, an anniversary, 20 years anniversary collectible ticket
Okay, yeah.
that they were giving to each,
Yeah,
show.
moviegoer. Yeah.
Yeah, bravo. And when we went, they said that they have run out, and we
Oh.
were sad. And when the movie ended, we exited, and I went, of course, again and asked. I was like, "Do you guys have anything, or you're still out of the tickets?" And the lady there said, "No, we are fully out of tickets. We have run out." And I believe the manager there said that we only have specific numbers for each show. For example, the next hour they would have some.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right, I will purchase. If I purchase now a ticket for the next show,
Yeah.
for in half an hour, are you gonna give me one? And I won't even watch the movie. It's okay. I have watched it like a million times. I'm okay with it. I just want the collectible.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you gonna do that?" And I was like, "Watch." I was about to purchase it, and he said, "No, okay, take them." And he took out 2 tickets and he gave it to us.
Yeah, that's
So,
very
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, my theory in life is that if you don't attempt something, you will never get it. You know what I mean?
No, you have
If
to
I
try.
didn't,
Yes.
yeah, if I didn't go again and ask for it, no, I wouldn't have it. And it's very nice looking. I will send you a picture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice story. Yeah, you always have to go for things in life. Don't be afraid of failing, because failure is just a natural process in your way.
Yeah, failure is just a step for the next success.
Yeah, and it's
That's
only a
absolutely
failure
okay.
if you don't learn anything from it, If you learn something from it, it's not a failure, it's just a lesson. So just go for it, guys. So next time you fail as the Roman Empire in 1100 AD, just go for another run. Learn your lessons.
And always remember to remove tax from Constantinople so you can have food.
There
And
you
don't
go.
come on Discord and say that, oh wow, I am minus 13 food. Why is that? Yes, because Constantinople is giving you 4,000 euros, anyway, coins,
Yeah.
and you have to make farms. So remove the taxes from Constantinople so you can have the food until you build the farms and then enjoy the money.
Yes, and remember to build a lot of churches, Orthodox chapels on all of your land, so you have public order and you can actually recruit some troops when the Easterners invade you or the Normans have a bad day and they decide to just show up in Greece.
And always remember that when the Pope asks for Cyprus so they can build a Crusader base there, always say no. And always say no to all the demands of the Pope, because if you say yes and you're like, okay, let me role play the good emperor with the West so I can have them as allies, then the next morning when you wake up, you will have 5 civil wars waiting you on your doorstep.
There you go. 5 civil wars next to the other 5 that you usually have anyway, because Greeks will always fight Greeks.
When I played a campaign recently on Legendary, because I like to play on Legendary, I am a tryhard now.
Yeah.
And it was the first campaign after that we have added all these, scripts and events with the Pope and etc.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, they want Cyprus. Who gives a fuck anyway? Let me give it to them so I have less space to deal with. Oh, they want Rhodes. Okay, who cares? It's an island and I rarely use. I will give it to them. I want to focus on, on the Turks. So I will have my head, Ares with the Normans.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's looking nice. Next turn, I have a civil war, and I lost half of my regions, and I ultimately lost the campaign. So. Always think ahead, guys. Always think ahead. The Byzantine, anyway, the Eastern Roman court.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
It's not easy to mess with. They will betray you the next moment
Yeah,
they
I
have the
remember.
opportunity.
I had the discussion with Buck actually. I think it was like 2 or 3 months ago, and I just through discussions, I was like, I'm pretty sure that like the Eastern Roman Empire had more civil wars than they had genuine wars with outside forces. And then I went and I checked on Wikipedia, so I don't know how accurate this is, but there was at least double the amount of civil wars than there were actual wars for the Eastern Romans. I mean, I said this, I'm gonna say it again. I grew up, I was like, holy shit, the Roman Empire, so strong, so magnificent. How did it fall? And then I grew up, I learned history, and I'm like, how did it last so long, man? There was so much trouble on their doorstep. There was so much trouble inside. It's incredible that they lasted so long, especially in the East.
As I used to say, sometimes people ask, who would you like to be if if you had the opportunity to be like a
travel
historical
back in
person?
time. Yes.
Yeah. Who would you like to be? And I always say I would like to be the motherfucker, the guard at the gate of Saint Romanus at the Kerkoporta and decapitate the dude who left the door open and the Turks stormed in. This is who I would like to be.
Okay, that's a good answer.
It's always people who want to usurp the power, who want to do it for themselves, and they never think the outcome. Then they take the power, they don't know what they do, and then it's the other dude from the other family. Oh, you know what? It's my time now.
Yeah.
It's always has been like that. It has been like that recently, after the 400 years of Ottoman, subjugation here in Greece.
Yeah.
We had the independence, and after that, the first prime minister who managed to consolidate the state, Kapodistrias was the name, and etc. They killed him. They assassinated him.
What year was this in?
Yeah. After then, the warriors of the independence war, they were all put in prison, because when the state was first formed after 1821, when the independence was won, it was the warlords and the politicians. The warlords were the generals of the battles, and then it was the politicians who tried to form the government. And the politicians, of course, they got scared of the warlords, who they will take the power, and most of them they placed them in prison, just like Kolokotronis and all the others. And it was the same dudes. Who fought the battles, who won unimaginable battles. I mean, I don't know if you have checked. It's Kings and Generals, the channel on YouTube. It has a very nice analysis of certain battles. For example, it's like 100 people versus 8,000, and they won. It's that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And the same dudes.
Okay,
who fought,
they have this.
they
They have this about that time period.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have the Greek independence wars. It's nice. If you have time, it's nice. So you can see the ungratefulness in the end, And after World War II, the same. We had civil war with the left and the right.
Yeah.
It's always been like that, unfortunately.
This is the story as old as time? Like they had this in Alexios' time or something like that. Like it was always the politicians were always afraid of the generals, that the generals would want to take over the power, right? I remember remotely a story of like this from medieval times or antiquity. I can't remember. So didn't they learn anything from history? It's just so I don't know, man. But what are you gonna do?
I don't know if it's something to be learned from history is never trust even your butthole, guys, because the moment that you walk, you might take a dump. Anyway, it's unfortunate events.
You say that, you remind me. I got married in Portugal. I went with my wife and we got married. It was just the two of us on the Azore Islands. We wanted to make that a special occasion, but the photographer, he was Portuguese, of course, And we were talking a little bit, and he said something similar, but he said it another way. He said that they have this saying that you can't even you can't trust even the teeth in your mouth or something like that. Yeah, it's crazy. It's just crazy. 4 rules I have in life. 4 rules are certain in life: death, taxes, Franks fucking up a charge, and then Greeks fighting each other. These are the 4 rules so far. But I think I've started ranking Greeks fighting each other higher than the Franks messing up a battle. Because yeah, the Franks did mess up some battles. But
I would like to add the 5th one.
yes.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Remember that as well.
I can confirm that one. Yes. Yeah, man. That's that. So, okay. So what was your first mod that you played when you started playing? Did you play a lot of mods for Napoleon or Empire?
I will tell you. For Napoleon, Empire, no. I played only the vanilla because I was very young.
Yes.
For Napoleon, I think it was NTW2. I think it was on Darth Mod DB, something like that. It was the site. It was a huge expansion with too many historical units and generals, and I think it's being used even today. They have added multiplayer in that mod, and they have also enlarged the amount of soldiers per unit. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
you have those
Bigger armies.
huge walls of flesh just marching towards one another. It was retarded warfare. I know it was a retarded warfare.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you. Like, do you enjoy you enjoy that? Do you enjoy that time period, that type of warfare?
I will tell you, it's a ridiculous type of warfare. I understand the idea behind of it, that you want to make the enemy feel scared, that you even when you shoot, they keep marching towards you, like, and the lines, the second and third line will fill in the gaps of the first line. I understand the idea, but it's unnecessary losses, to be honest.
I just it's the definition of pay to win. Honestly,
for real, if you had more men and more
it's just like, imagine you are an excellent soldier, right? You are a fucking sniper in that time period with those weapons. You are very skilled, but unfortunately you're on the first line. Have fun. Like,
it's RNG.
Bro, okay, what am I supposed to do here? I'm gonna get shot, of course. It's
RNG, bro.
Yeah, oh my god, it's yeah. That's I can't get into those games. I can't get into even like history. Is just so I'm just not interested in it. Although I did watch the Napoleon's progress, or so to say, and a few other battles in that time period. But it's just I don't know. It's just not interesting for me.
I will tell you, this type of warfare demanded. Of course, it was like spamming, but. Don't say that it didn't need the tactics and strategy.
It did need, that's wrong, because I did see some cool battles and some very interesting tactics.
Imagine the Battle of Austerlitz with Napoleon and the Austrians. It was amazing, bro, what he did. And the same with, I don't remember the name, with the Russians, and then he just marched towards Moscow.
No, it's
nice.
not skillless.
Yes,
that's incorrect of me to say that, because I remember I watched something about the Holy Romans fighting, I can't remember who, I think the Franks, and there were some very cool tactics and baits and such, but it's still, I don't know. I'm talking about open field battles, because if it's a set piece, then maybe it's different. Go ahead.
The only question that I will always have is how the fuck the British lost to the Americans in the revolution. I have no idea. The battle-hardened British grenadiers, for example, lost to some militia who never held a gun in their hand. I don't know. Have you watched the movie The Patriot?
Yes, yeah, I did. I can't remember much of it, but I did watch it, yeah, a couple of times, I think. And yeah, I remember what you just said. I remember that was kind of the idea of the movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Of course, the Americans had the help of the French, but okay. I mean, I don't know.
But okay, they were French, so they weren't that big of a deal.
Yeah, just another British L. I don't know.
Yeah. And
They
now
lost
look where
the
they
war, it
are.
is what it is. Oh, of course, bro.
Now
I mean, okay, we have some rules on Discord, but here is not Discord. The whole Europe is it's over. It is what it is. Look at France. Look at London, England.
Yes.
It's,
Do you think it's over?
fully-
Do you think it can be turned around a little bit?
I don't think so, bro. I
No?
don't think so. No.
Okay.
To be honest, bro, if you need, the only way for it to turn around is with something totalitarian. Nobody wants
Yeah.
something totalitarian.
No, not quite, no.
We saw all the totalitarian regimes in the 20th century. We had the taste. It's over now.
Mm.
So I don't think there will be.
Yeah, I don't know if
anything
I don't know if it's reversible or not. I just hope that the rest of the countries learn their lesson.
The only country that learned the lesson is Poland.
Yeah, but also I watched. Yeah, go ahead.
And I think Hungary, who also has some rules against illegal migration. We always talk about illegal migration. Nobody has any kind of problem with illegal paper migration
Yeah.
between countries.
No. Yes.
We only talk about illegal migrants. And before we say, oh, but they come from warfare regions, bro. Geneva Convention says that a refugee is a person who will leave from a from a warfare zone and goes to the first next adjoining country. For example, Turkey. After Turkey, if they come here in Greece, they are deemed to be illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
Know the terms, know the truth, don't spread bullshit.
No.
After that, it's how each country regulates the issue, what they're doing. For example, here in Greece, we have some, not camps, but meeting points from where they will give them papers or not.
Yeah.
I don't know. In France, Italy, and also Spain and UK, it's so over, unfortunately. It is what it is. But I mean, listen, France and England, they brought it themselves. They had
Yeah,
all the they had all the colonies. I mean, so many countries in Africa speak French. So there
Yes.
you go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your problem, bro. You brought it yourself.
Yes.
So don't cry now. But anyway,
No, it's self-inflicted, yes. But
Yeah.
it is kind of unfortunate and sad for the native people that
I-
just
I
live
will
there,
tell you.
normal people that have nothing to do with any of this shit, you know?
Exactly. I don't have any kind of problems with these people, with the immigrants and etc. The only problem that I have is that you are living from your own country for XYZ reasons. Okay. Your country is Muslim, for example, or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, all right, I understand. You have certain values with which you got raised. Okay, I understand. Now, you are leaving, though. You are going to another country who is Christian, okay? And you want to turn it to the country
Yeah,
from
that's
which you
mind-blowing.
left
Yes.
for
yeah.
the same reasons. For example, they want to bring Sharia law. Why? Why? And
Yeah.
all this, I understand why, because it's how they got raised. It's okay. However, now you have to abide to the local laws of said country that you live now. Also, I don't understand as well all the liberals, mostly the women, that they protest for said things.
Oh my god.
Because
yes. Yes.
if my dear woman, listen,
go ahead.
my sweet summer child, I will give you one evening. Go one evening to the countries for which you are protesting. Spend the evening there. And if you come back alive, let me know. In these countries, unfortunately, it's their own, traditions, etc. They won't treat you the same way that you are getting treated here to say
No.
the things that you are saying as free as you do.
No,
You know?
and they don't realize that they're just diminishing the freedom by doing that. I also imagine that, like, I had, yes, I also imagine, like on Google, when you just, on Google Maps, you can take the little guy and put it on the map and then you see around. That's what I would do to these women. Like, I would take them, I would put them in those places, like, for example, Middle East or whatever, and then just let them be there for a while. And let's say you give them bodyguards, be safe. Okay, stay there, come back. Do you do the same thing? Do you do the same protest? Do you still try to destroy the values of your nation, of your native people? Do you still do that? And
Bro, have you seen what is happening to Sudan the last days?
no, not quite, not up to date.
There is a proper genocide. They are killing Christians on the roads, on the streets. They don't give a fuck. They just kill Christians. If you're Christians, you're dead in Sudan. This is what they're doing right now. I haven't heard a single liberal person. I don't want to say that it's the woman, but you know what I mean when I say woman. I mean the Karen, the blue-haired, purple-haired, Anyway, I don't want to be deemed as
no, but like nothing that you say lacks logic, so don't be afraid to say it.
No, I'm just stating the facts, and the facts speak for themselves, unfortunately. I hope that I am wrong, although I highly doubt it, but I don't think that there will be a turning point. In a couple of years, France, for example, will become Muslim. It's not that we have a problem with Muslims.
No.
But France
it's not.
has been
It's like the simple. It's the simple principle of when in Rome, act like Romans. And that doesn't mean that you have to give up your values, your religion, your way of life. You can keep all of that. Keep all of that and be happy. Live a happy life in the country that adopted you. Like I'm an immigrant myself. I moved from my homeland into the West, right? But I don't try to change the laws here. I don't do anything. I try to integrate myself as the best as I can, and I still live my life in a normal way. I don't talk shit about the country that I live in currently, because I think that is deeply disrespectful.
Exactly.
So just respect respect the country that adopted you, right? You can't just budge in and expect for everybody to bend over because you are here. That's not a fair question to ask.
And unfortunately, Europe doesn't have any kind of leadership right now. The only players are Russia, US, and China. And after that, a bit India, due to the massive numbers that they have and the infrastructure. But nothing else, nobody else. China, Russia, US. EU is just a puppet, and it's a puppet because they don't have their own petroleum, natural gas.
Yeah.
We always buy from others. If the others just simply decide, you know what, I ain't gonna give you shit, we're doomed. That's it. That's it.
Like that. Yeah. We'll see. I don't know what to say. We'll see. Yeah. I will say, like, for example, I did see, I think, a documentary a couple of days ago about Denmark and how they are starting to pull back from this stuff, and like applications to come inside the country.
Yeah, I think
went
Denmark,
down from like
example,
20,000 to 2,000 in a couple of years, because they are starting to be very strict with how they do things here. And of course I know why, because like they have their way of life, right? And they're a small country, small population, and if they let people just come in, it's gonna be a very quick shift if they're not careful with what they do and how they do it.
Yeah, look at Sweden, bro. You know why they managed to do that? Because they have specific, I don't want to say concentration camps, but you know what I mean, camps. They have specific areas in external islands, not in the mainland. They take them in said islands. This is where they're picking the ones who will stay, and they will send the others back. And that's how you keep your mainland your mainland's integrity
Yes.
unchanged.
Yeah.
For example, here in Greece, the islands are overwhelmed, 100% overwhelmed, and because they're overwhelmed, the the fucking navy, the navy that we have to protect the borders, they are the taxes. They take them from the islands, they take them here in the mainland, and this is when the process is taking place. And of course, sometimes many people will manage to get away from set camps, as we had
Yeah.
a couple days ago, and bye, try to chase them down. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's not that everybody is a criminal or whatnot, but
No,
you
of course
cannot
not. No,
know-
but you have to account for them. Yes.
Yeah,
You cannot just let them
cannot
come in.
know- Exactly, you cannot know.
And you
who is
can't
that
like you
person.
can't even blame the immigrants for wanting to come in, or like imagine like I imagine myself, right? I maybe don't come from a
Sure.
good I live in a country that it's not what I want it to be. I hear the news, oh, in England you get money to move over there, you get a good life. I'm like, okay, I'm gone the next day. So it's not their fault that they are trying to do that. I think
sure.
it's the authorities' fault that they are allowed to do that. Like the native governments, I'm trying to say.
I don't know. The only thing, the main point is that it's something irreversible, and in a couple of years we'll be here again saying the same things, and I don't know.
Yeah, people are sleeping.
Yeah, there is no management, unfortunately. But I mean, even if there was, what were you gonna do? You need something to change the entire mentality. Don't give motives, you know,
Yeah.
because I understand the motives, but I also live here. I pay my taxes, which is my motive to keep doing what I'm doing. I mean, I don't get any kind of bonuses per month yet. You keep giving money to an
Yeah.
illegal dude who just came the day before. I work my ass off 40 to 45 hours per week to pay the taxes, in which taxes there is also the amount for that dude who came yesterday. Why? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. It's not
it's the entire circle. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always the average dude or lady that bites the dust on that one. Anyway, let's stop with this because life is depressing enough. Let's have some fun.
Indeed. That's why we play Total War.
Yeah. So how I have a question. It's probably Bok, I think. How many battles did Starsmill win in the recent tournament? Do you know? It's because we had, for those of you that don't know, there was a tournament organized by the 1100 AD team. Pretty cool tournament. I've covered a few of the matches. I didn't cover all of them because I was just so dragged down with work that I didn't have energy for it, and I didn't want to just do it so it's just made and it lacks energy. So I said, okay, maybe I should pull back from this. But there was a tournament. It was a very cool tournament because even in the initial matches, I've noticed how people started to adjust their strategies to their opponents, which is very cool because it starts to develop a meta play, so to say. It was very cool, but how did it go?
I will tell you, as I can see here, Starsmill won one battle.
Very good. If you don't know who Starsmill is, he is the Lord Creator of 1100 AD. Hardworking individual, I'm sure, but he has a dry sense of humor that fucking cracks me up all the time. Although I'm sure he's serious when he writes some of the stuff that he writes to me or on the chat.
He's the creator, bro. He's the creator.
He is the supreme creator, the master of all of us.
You know, what's funny to me is, for example, somebody posts a meme that is obviously a meme,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you have Starsmill replying fake. I mean, it is fake. I mean, bro, come on.
And he doesn't like GIFs on the 1100 AD Discord chat. He always deletes mine. Granted, they're sometimes evil with Dracula and stuff. But it's like, you know, the scene where Gary Oldman from the Dracula film from the 90s, he laughs. diabolically.
Yes.
Like he deletes even that stuff.
Bro, it's from Satan. These things are
Yes, very, very.
you will go to hell for posting. He's helping you.
Yeah. Okay, but are you satisfied with how the tournament went? I think it was pretty cool.
I will tell you. First of all, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I would like to thank you very, very much for funding the tournament.
Oh, that's fine. And it's like, guys, it was like, it wasn't a lot of money. I think it was a nice incentive, but I think the people that showed up would have showed up anyway, because it's just the passion for the game and for the mod and the community. It was very nice. And I wish there were more tournaments in Total War games and like mods and stuff like that. And I think we'll be able to do that more often. We should do that more often, because it's nice. It builds the community. It's such a nice experience.
For sure. But nevertheless, thank you very much once again for funding the tournament.
Yes, my pleasure.
I think you didn't take part in it,
no,
right?
I wanted to, but again, I was just I saw the horizon and I saw that it wasn't a good deal, so I was like, okay, I'd rather back up than just crash myself completely.
I will tell you, I have played only like 3 or 4 times in multiplayer battles. The first one was just a random battle that I think with the developers, and the other 2 was in the previous tournament. I won one battle, I think, with Xenon, and then Fate had it. I had to fight Premizel.
Yes.
He completely destroyed me.
He is the 3rd best thing to come from Czech Republic after Pavel Nedved and Simone Peach. Don't look up Simone Peach on Google, guys. He's a very, very skilled Total War player. Go ahead. Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
He has I don't know how he can multitask like that. But of course, if you play and do practice, of course, you can reach that level sometime. But that's why I wanted to say we will organize another tournament soon. We should team up. We should.
Well. Yeah. Now that the hard work is behind me, well, maybe we should organize another tournament season 2, and then take the time for it. Like maybe announce it like 2-3 weeks before, so everybody knows, so we can have a little bit of time to prepare. Because it was like, okay, Starsmill was very in a rush. It was like, let's announce the tournament. It's gonna take place 6 days from now, or it was like a week or something. Something very quick, because his philosophy, from what I've understood at the time, was that like, if we don't announce it and then start playing it, then people will just slack. Which, okay, it might be a genuine concern, but at the same time, by announcing it and then letting people sign up, there might be more teams. I don't know. We have to try. Until you don't try, you cannot find out which one's the better way.
For real. Yes, we'll have another one soon, so we should team up and easy win.
Well, we have to practice, man.
We'll donate the money.
I don't play competitive games anymore. I used to play them, and when I was younger, like I played Counter-Strike. I had teams. I was always the tactician in the team, because I just loved the tactical aspect. I loved watching replays from professional teams and then trying to implement strategies. And when they worked out, it was such a great, satisfying experience. But also, I have this, my brain is fucked. If I play a competitive game, I have to win. Otherwise, I'm fucking miserable, And if I win, I'm not even happy. I'm just okay. I'm just relieved. I just don't feel. I don't even feel joy when I win. I just feel relieved. And if I don't, so it's a mind fuck. But we can go ahead and try, especially if we're gonna have a little bit more time on our hand. I would just have some fun. Sure.
I agree 100%, bro. I am the same. I used to play also competitive games, same as Counter-Strike, Battlefield, blah, blah, blah. I stopped it. I am not the same.
It's not feasible after a while.
Yeah, I want to play game and chill. Okay.
Yes.
For example, I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which is an amazing game. And I believe that CA should be replaced by Warhorse Studios if we want a proper medieval free game.
Well, yeah. I
for
mean,
real
yeah, the
dollars.
philosophy and the mind for it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they created a game for the players, not for themselves. That's why I'm saying.
yeah, yeah.
And also the final competitive game that I played was last year. When I made the shift, I was the same, and I was like, okay, let me try one last time. The Delta Force, do you know that?
Oh, it's free to play game, right? Shooter.
Yes,
I think
yes.
I tried it once or twice.
I
But I
used
was
to
a little
play.
bit worried because it's free to play, and I think it's a Chinese developer. So I was like, should I install this or not?
I will tell you, in the first months, it was nice. After that, they started to add more characters. They added the shield guy. Of course, they added the shield guy. But anyway, I used to play the mode with the extraction, with
Yeah,
looting, just like
yeah,
Escape from Tarkov.
yeah.
And I liked it so much. For example, imagine I was coming back at work after midnight, and I was playing with a colleague of mine from work up until like 5 a.m.
Of course.
And I slept a couple hours and then back to work again. I, I haven't done that for so many years, and I was like, oh wow, because
Yeah,
when you're playing chill games after 1 a.m. after midnight, you're like,
yeah.
okay,
You
let me go
police
to sleep,
yourself
bro.
better. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. You're more
let me
tame.
go to sleep. Yeah, let me go to sleep. When I played Delta Force, I was like, oh wow, I can't believe I'm doing this again. Like it was 5 a.m. and I wanted to play more.
Yeah.
I haven't felt that since CS:GO. It was nice.
Yes. Yeah. I actually that's actually happening to me now. I play Battlefield 6, and in the beginning I just bought it. You know what I do? I just after work I play an hour. This is self-imposed because a lot of the times I wouldn't have time to play, or I would be too tired, and then I would end up in this how do you say it, loop of frustration. I'm too tired to play a game, so I'm gonna rest, but then I'm frustrated that I didn't play the game. And I was
Exactly.
always of the mindset that if I play a game, I better make it productive, I better play it for a reason, so I better make content on it, right? So and it's just not, that's just not feasible. So I said, okay, let's try something else. Let's just pick a game, and I just want to play it for myself. I don't care about productivity. I don't have to be productive every fucking minute of my day. I just want to relax. So I bought Battlefield 6, and I play Battlefield 6, and it's awesome. But you know what I do? I'm not an in-your-face type of guy. I just play as a sniper. I go at the edge of the maps. I try to flank enemies, and then I just shoot the bunch of them. It's so fucking
Enjoy,
fun, man.
enjoy.
Yeah,
And
it's so relaxing.
Bravo.
And then
Before somebody
go
in
ahead.
chat says, I'm sorry, before somebody in chat says, oh, look, the camper with the sniper. Guys, that's what war is. You want to live, and in order to live, you will camp your ass and kill whoever moves. That's it.
Yeah,
Whoever
but it's
goes
also
in front line. I
yeah,
mean,
it's
you
a
know what I
different
mean.
type of warfare and a different type of mentality when you play as a sniper, and it's so interesting. It's a constant battle to outflank and outsmart people, and it's actually, when you get it down, it's super satisfying. Cause like 5 minutes might pass in a game, I might do nothing, but then I get in a good spot, and I can see this line of enemies just lined up in front of me, and I just nail them in like half a minute. I kill 6 or 7 opponents in a line, and then my guys can progress, so it has its satisfaction element. And also in the weekends I managed to convince a couple of my friends to buy the game, and then in the weekends, it's sweating time. I get in their face with the assault rifle. I just do everything to win. I do every tactic to win. If I have to repair a fucking tank for 30 minutes, I'm gonna repair a tank for 30 minutes so that we can win the fucking game. And it's awesome.
You're back at it again, huh?
Yeah, I can just let loose a little bit. I can let my demons loose in the weekends. Of course, as much as my wife allows it, because that's also a factor. I usually work in the afternoon. She is at school. She studies now in the morning. So we never really see each other. We only see each other in the weekends. So I would like to spend quality time with her as well. So it's always a balancing game between the two factors. But the Battlefield 6, and it's been working out beautifully. I play like I get home, I play like 50, 40 minutes, depending on how much time I have on my hand. At 1 o'clock, I say, okay, stop, go to bed, and it's like therapy. I'm not frustrated anymore in the daytime because I don't have time to play anything, you know? Because I have this virus in me where I have to play something. I would like to play something. That's my way of relaxing and enjoying life, among other things.
Exactly, bro. I mean, you know, there are people who are saying, come on, bro, go outside, do something.
Yeah.
You know, okay, I understand. Sometimes you do have the urge to go out, go for some beers or whatnot, but some other times, us who are gamers and who appreciate, you know, games and stuff like that, it's our own way to relax, you know, to
exactly.
to get out of the daily routine, to go to our favorite game,
To escape a little bit, yeah.
back here. Yeah, exactly. And this is how I feel with Kingdom Come. This game is so nice. Also, I played Days Gone. Do you know Days Gone?
Yeah, I did play it. I did play it a little bit. I didn't finish it, but it's a nice game. It's a pretty cool game. I got very intimidated by when the zombie hordes showed up. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, bro. It's, you know, I rarely play with console. I think you know from PlayStation.
Same here.
I rarely play. Yeah, and my friend told me, bro, play it with the console. It's better that way. And
is it?
I had
Okay.
and
how is it?
Yeah. I had so much struggle to learn the game on console.
Yeah.
Because I am not used playing in console. The last console that I had in my life was PlayStation 2, and the last time that played was the last time that I played it was 2007. Since then, only PC, nothing else.
Yeah.
PC and laptop.
Yeah, I played Days Gone. I played on the PC. I have a PlayStation 5. I don't play a lot on it, but when I do, I play games like third person, like Dark Souls stuff, or I started collecting retro games for it. I started playing actually the first Castlevania game from 1987.
Ooh, nice.
They have that collection on it, but I avoid playing shooter games because I just know, like, I've been playing shooter games with mouse and keyboard my whole life. If I'm gonna start doing that on a controller, I'm just gonna smash that controller 5 minutes into the gaming session, you know, because it's it's a completely different animal.
It was frustrating in the beginning, but afterwards I will tell you the layout of the keybinds on the controller are much easier than the keyboard, to be honest. Specifically on Days Gone, because it was created for
it's usually
first.
It's exactly. They're usually better optimized for.
The same goes for Ghost of Tsushima as well. Bro, this game you cannot play it on the keyboard and mouse. It's
that one I played on the PlayStation. Yes, I haven't tried it on the PC.
Yeah,
but didn't it get repetitive after a while for you, Ghost of Tsushima?
I don't know, bro. I enjoyed so much, and imagine that I haven't finished it yet. I think I am in the snow mountains. After you are getting imprisoned, I am in the mountains. I haven't finished it, unfortunately. And this is what I do also with many games. Sometimes without any reason, I just stop the game, and then I remember it after 2 years.
And that happens to me also a lot.
As soon as I keep remembering and I say, "Oh, I want to play this game. I was like, "Bro, I don't remember how to play it." If I go back again,
yeah. Oh my God, that happened to me so many times.
I don't remember the key binds. Oh my God.
You don't know where you are on the map, what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I know. That happens to me a lot. Because usually if I have some chill time, like real chill time, it's going to be in the weekend. And some games are just not feasible to play on the weekend because you forget everything about it from one session to the other. Like, God forbid, like Dark Souls or like Elden Ring, like good luck.
Also, do you know Valheim?
Yes, it sounds very familiar. Is it? Yeah, go ahead. Describe the game a little bit.
You haven't played Valheim?
No, but it is like one of those survival games. What game?
Yes, it's. I will tell you, this is the best description. It's not Minecraft, but it's something similar. No, it's not
Okay.
Minecraft. I will tell you, it has base building, it has exploration, it has
Yes.
progression with bosses. It's an amazing game, and if you have friends, it's so good. For example, I am playing it with my two best friends, this game, and we were so lucky that the seed that we spawned in, the first biome, uh, there was like a formation on the ground that resembled Constantinople. And I was like, guys, okay, this is where we will build. And I will send you
Naturally.
I will send you screenshots. Uh, we built the Theodosian walls. We made the port, with the golden chain that they had.
Yeah.
And we're now making the buildings in the interior, and we will build the church. It's so nice, so nice.
Oh, by the way, fuck the Genoese, by the way, because you reminded me with those boats of what they did. Yeah, go ahead.
It's okay. Giustiniani has a pass. Giustiniani has a pass. He's the only good one. But Valheim is so rewarding, but some mechanics in this game are so tedious. For example, if you want to build, anything, you
Yeah.
need to build in a vicinity, in a proximity, a crafting station. So if I go 5 meters to the left, I cannot build. I need to build another crafting station. So I need to go dismantle the crafting station and building next. And it's getting tedious after a while.
Yeah.
And of course there are mods, okay. But if I have to install 50 mods and every update my game is broken and I need to find out which mod is broken, blah blah blah. I mean, come on, it's okay.
It gets too much maybe after a while.
For real. I mean, our world that we had was broken for like 6 months. I wasn't able to fix it due to the mods. I wasn't able to fix it. And as soon as I managed to do it, I was like, oh, good heavens, at last.
Yeah, like the thing with the picking up games and putting them down, Halloween, usually that happens to me with Resident Evil games. I was like, this year I was like, oh, it would be nice to play Resident Evil 7 again, because I played it, but I haven't finished it. I actually have a very old series on the channel, but I wanted to finish it, and I was just like in the vibe for some horror games. Yeah, I played it for half an hour, and that was it. That was the Halloween experience, because after that I was like, oh, I have to record, I have to blah, 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 blah.
You know what, now that you mentioned horror games, I really do enjoy watching Queso playing horror games. And before you know who Queso is?
I don't think so.
It's it's a famous Twitcher YouTuber.
Okay.
Who's very funny. Anyway, I
sorry
learned
about the dog.
no worries. I learned about a series of games called The Dark Pictures of Anthology. I will tell you, it's story narrative. You don't have too much freedom in the first games. You don't have too much freedom to move. It's not open world, and it's most of the time you need to make some decisions.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the games. It's like a sort of movie, right? Then you can make decisions, and then you have consequences for those said decisions, right?
Bro, these games are so nice, so nice. Especially the House of Ashes, which was the third installment. It has to do like with an ancient temple and the Iraq war anyway. It's you should give it a look. It's very nice. And without even knowing, I managed to get the best ending to keep all the characters alive. And when I noticed, I was like, oh wow! It was so hard to manage to do it. When I watched the video, I was like, oh wow, I was so lucky. Nice.
Yeah. That sounds pretty cool, and it sounds like a type of game that, like, you don't need to grind a lot or to invest maybe as much energy into, like in an 1100 AD mod campaign, for example.
For real, it's not a Jerusalem campaign.
No, or not. Did you try 1453, the Fall of Constantinople, the Tsardoms mod for Medieval 2?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, I that campaign still haunts me. I give it a few shots on the channel, but I failed miserably. Also, yeah, I was just coming back to Medieval 2 at that point in time, and it's a campaign set in, as the name says it, 1453. So it's a nice wait, 53.
And you can play with the
No,
Eastern Romans.
yeah. It's wait, 13. Oh, come on. It's like a few years before the fall of Constantinople. I can't remember the exact name of the mod. But it's so overwhelming, like, and especially because I was like pretty a degenerate. Like, I barely played any medieval in the recent years, but I've wanted to play it on very hard, I think. And then there's also a script that gives the Ottoman Empire extra armies, so of course I got smashed. But it's fun, and I'm gonna get to it eventually.
And this is how it happened in real life as well. You're not able to win that campaign.
I
It
mean,
is what it is.
I guess so, yes. What's your favorite? Yeah, go ahead.
No. I wanted to say, unless if I was the dude at the gate, and the gate remained closed. So
Yeah, that's okay. So that's your guy, because I have this question that I want to ask people that I talk to. It's like if
I want to be the guard of the Kerkoporta gate of Saint Romanus, and decapitate the person who left it open.
Okay, and this happened.
That's what I want.
Yes. Okay, and this is the guy that left the gate open for the Ottomans, or am I like, help me out a little bit, give me a little bit of context, or to those that listen and don't.
The context of the Kerkoporta gate is the final day of the Tsards.
Yes.
In early morning, when the emperor went for one final mass at the Hagia Sophia, and then came out with the Varangians, and the final onslaught, the assault anyway, occurred. Because of the cannon fire, many of the Theodosian walls had some inner gates for the soldiers, and the outer layer of the walls were very heavy damaged. And I'm sure you know that even some sections fell during the siege, and they were trying to repair them on the move.
Yes.
So the outer layer was damaged, and the gate was somehow falling off. It was a small section of the gate, and it's said that from testimonies anyway from the survivors who were then under Ottoman rule, that the gate didn't manage to close properly. The guard left it open, and this is where the first Janissaries managed to storm in. They managed to secure a stronghold, a choke point, and this is when they managed to get inside eventually. So this is who I would be. I would keep that goddamn gate closed.
Yeah. Oh well.
Huge respects for Paleologos, who charged in with his bodyguards.
That was badass. It's a fitting end to one of the greatest empires to ever be in history. And as a parallel, I wanted to search for this because I can't remember. I remember I was watching, because I watch, there's only Roman Empire in my Facebook feed and everywhere. And I remember, of course, the never-ending comment section filled with lovely people from both sides that go at each other, And
for real.
I remember a comment the last Roman emperor charged into battle and sacrificed his life, while the last Ottoman sultan, I think, fled or I don't know what happened to. Do you know what happened to the last Ottoman sultan
The last Ottoman Sultan was, I think, in the First World War, right?
Yes, I think so. Yes, but he was considered to be somewhat of a coward, or he did something that the Turks or Ottomans, whatever you want to call them, didn't like. He was not very popular.
I think because of the treaties that were signed during
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
First
think so.
World
Yes.
War, and because up until that point, Turkey was still like the Ottoman Empire.
Yes. Yes.
Uh,
They were. Yeah.
declining anyway.
It was
Yeah,
definitely a
it
switch
was.
for them. Yes.
Yes, it was deemed that you are giving up everything we fought for so many centuries and etc. And this is when, after the First World War, the
Yeah.
Greco-Turkish War occurred, and here in Greece, um, after the Balkan Wars as well, because are you familiar with the Balkan Wars?
Not quite, but I'm happy to listen to a
Yeah,
little bit if you want to.
I will tell you. It's been a couple. The first
Oh,
imagine it
actually, no,
was.
actually, yeah, go ahead. I actually think I saw a video about it, but I just can't remember.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
imagine first it was Bulgaria who wanted so first it was Greece, Bulgaria, Serbia against Turkey, because up until that point Turkey had all the grounds up until Dyrrhachium, for example. Just
Yeah.
so I can give you an idea. They lost these parts. Greeks managed to go to Thessaloniki a couple hours before the Bulgarian army, and that's how we got Thessaloniki,
Yes.
because of a couple hours of difference. And of course, the Bulgars were bittersweet about that. And this is
Naturally.
how the first Balkan War ended. Then it was Bulgaria who wanted to take Thrace and Thessaloniki from the Greeks. And remember, first Balkan War is Bulgaria, Greece,
Yeah, yeah.
in short, versus Turkey. The
Yeah.
second Balkan War is Greece and Turkey versus Bulgaria, France, and France. So it's a funny. It's
You
very
can't
funny.
make this shit up, man. I
Yeah,
swear that region is just it's
the Balkans,
it's a
are very
never-ending
funny.
story, man.
And a couple years later, it was Greece against Turkey that the national powers, Turkey
Yeah.
was divided into many sections. The Greeks tried to take advantage of it. Of course, Kemal was a very cunning leader, and he managed to defeat the Greeks. And the main reason because he managed to defeat the Greeks was because, of course, once again in Athens there was a division. Why should we fight for these people who are not Greeks, for the Asia Minor Greeks?
Yeah, yeah.
Why should we fight for them? Why blah blah blah? It was Venizelos versus the king, and there was that division. And because the king won and Venizelos was overthrown, and Venizelos had the battle-hardened generals in the Middle East, in Asia Minor,
Yeah.
when the king came, he replaced all these generals with others who were incompetent, and this is how we managed to lose the war. And they made some wrong decisions anyway to attack Karahisar. This was the first defeat against the Turks, and then the Turks throw us at the sea, as they
Yeah.
like to say.
Yeah.
Go
yeah.
swim. Yeah. So this, it's been such a
It's a
fuckfest.
never-ending story, man. I swear
Yeah.
it's a never-ending story. Also,
For real,
like
for real.
the way that I think isn't when after the fourth Crusade, like Nicaea allied themselves with the Seljuks and basically like had a treaty with the Seljuks so that the Seljuks would attack Trebizond, right? And that's how the brothers didn't end well. It didn't end well for Alexios's heirs, so to say.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I understand that, but okay.
Yeah. Even in those times, they were still fighting. And I said this in the first discussion with Pontifex. I remember I only recently discovered this for some reason. I don't know, whatever. But when the Ottomans sieged Constantinople in the 14th century, like the reason why there were no reinforcements from the Peloponnese is that because there was a sort of a civil war there, right?
Yeah, bro. It's always the same.
Yeah, bro.
It's always the same, bro.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
bro, do me a favor and check on Wikipedia. Anyway, Wikipedia. The first and the second Balkan War, just to see the flags on the right, just to see how they switched in a couple of years. So just do me the favor whenever you have the time.
I'm writing that now so I don't forget.
You will have the laugh of your life. So funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah, it's that's why sometimes I just think like, why are we still fighting wars? Like it's all the same over and over. It's so sad that there's still wars in this year when technology is so advanced and people have connections with each other. But I guess it's just the nature of the beasts that are inside of us. That's why on a good day, I'm Catholic, but on a bad day, I just hate religion because it divides people instead of uniting them. It's
I will
weird.
tell you, it's not the religion itself, it's how people interpret the religion.
Correct. That is a better way of putting it. That is correct. Yes.
Jesus Christ never said, go and fight for me or whatever. The Pope said it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, yes, that's true, and it's I think that's the same probably for other religions as well. It's not the religion itself; it's how it's interpreted, and it's how some people use it as a political weapon to control their people, so to say, and yeah, for interests that are outside of the religion itself. It's just whatever. Anyway.
It is what it is, bro.
It is what it is, and I don't think it will ever change, unfortunately. Until, of course, when it will change, I think when Islam is gonna rule us over, but even then, like even in between, like inside the religions, they're still fighting. People are fighting each other. Oh, my type of like I don't want to go too deep into religion, but I have some cousins, and they're Jehovah's Witnesses. My lord, they are like a brainwashed cult, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, all these cultists, it's insane.
I remember when I was younger, because I had this natural curiosity, right? Like, I have my religion. Okay, how are others or other, like, for lack of a better word, subgenres of my religions, So when I would have at school Protestants or somebody else, I would like ask, okay, so how do you do this, or what is your tradition usually? I would be curious, And I had the cousins, their parents, their mother actually. I was like, okay, I'd like to go to one of because they would meet every couple of times, I think a week. So I asked her if I can go, and she said, sure, yes, of course you can go, because I might be a new recruit, right? Anyway, I went. Like, I don't want to go into details, but bro, even at that age, I was like in high school. I think I think I was maybe 18 or 19. I just got this weird feeling that I'm in a fucking cult and these people are brainwashed. At 19 years old, I just instantly realized that. And I know that, so there were two cousins. There was a girl and a boy. The girl, she was full balls deep into it. The boy, not really, and he isn't to this day. But I remember this, like, look at everybody was like praying, like whatever, and then I was just looking around, and I'm like, what the heck did I get myself into? And I looked at my cousin, and he just looks at me and he laughs. He was just looking at my reaction to what was going on.
He was an insider, bro. He just wanted the cousin,
Yeah, he was just there to look at me and see my reaction. Anyway, but the point is, unfortunately, it will never end, no matter how advanced we think we are, and it's just sad. But
there will just be another cataclysmic event, and then we will start all over again.
Yeah, something like that. Because, yeah, usually that's what happens. So what's your favorite?
Guys,
go ahead.
That's why, guys, enjoy the mods as much as
While
you can. There might be a day. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask me something?
Yeah, sure. Like, what are your favorite Total War games? Is it Rome 2 or?
Yes.
Let's make a top 3 for me, and why? Do you have time? How much time do you have? Because I don't want to
I will tell you roughly 10-15 minutes more.
Okay, go ahead.
Because then I will have to sleep. I'm working night shift again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Anyway,
okay.
I will tell you Rome 2 for sure because it's the only Total War title that I played so much. I don't
Yeah.
have as many hours. I only have like 800 hours. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
And after that, for sure, it's Napoleon, number 2. Now, number 3, I will tell you, it's not that I have played so many titles so I can have something in the top 3, but I would say Attila because of the visuals that it has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, Attila, even though I have played not so much,
No.
but I would say
It's
Attila
pretty
is my
unique
top
and
3.
interesting, yeah, Attila.
It's also, the time period is also nice, you know, with the
Yeah.
Mongols, but
It is. It's not as explored as the other stuff with the Punic Wars, with the rise of the Empire, and so on and so forth.
exactly, yeah, we have had so much Rome, and I will say it, I will make a confession. I have never played a Rome campaign in Total War Rome 2. Never.
Okay.
In vanilla, I have only played Egypt, nothing else.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Yeah. Okay. Did
I
you
mean,
play a lot of vanilla Rome 2?
yes, I used to play. I also played some Greek factions. I also played the Macedons, okay. The
Yeah.
Macedonians, of course.
Yeah.
And I think there was also a mod that it was during the Alexander the Great era,
Yes.
which was also very nice.
Yeah.
And I managed to replicate the Battle of Gavgamela a little bit with the phalanx.
Yeah.
It was nice. But after that, no, not much.
Yeah.
The vast majority of hours, I have them on 1100 AD.
Yeah. I mean, yes, that's good. So, are you excited for Warhammer 40k Total War? Okay.
I don't know. I don't like this fantasy thing, to be honest. I don't know. These monsters, aliens, whatever they are,
Yeah. I
the
mean,
dudes with the robot armors, I don't know how
yeah,
they call them.
the Space Marines, yeah.
Bravo, Space Marines. I mean, okay, they look badass, but okay. So what? The Praetorians look better.
They do, absolutely. Yeah. The lore is pretty interesting. I started to look into it a little bit, Warhammer, but I just don't know how it translates to a Total War game. I guess we're gonna wait and see.
I think I heard that they would make like there was a prophecy saying that they would make like a Star Wars Total War game.
I think they wanted to, or they will eventually. I mean, you're a Star Wars fan. Are you excited for that? Because you're a Star. Yeah, go ahead.
How the fuck is this gonna work?
Exactly. I don't know.
How?
Yeah.
Am I going to click the ship to go from one point to another?
I mean, the
have no
campaign
idea.
map wise, it might be interesting, go from planet to planet, and then on set planets, maybe you have some settlements that you can attack. And from that point of view, I mean, it might be interesting. But the gameplay itself on the battlefield, like, it's gonna probably be something like Napoleon, right? It has to be. Like, there's no other way.
Yeah, but I will tell you, there is a game, Star Wars Empire at War.
Oh, it's a beautiful game, man. It's from 2006,
Exactly.
I think, or something.
Exactly.
It's such a good game, and it's so advanced in its mechanics. It's awesome.
Bro, I downloaded the mod with the Republic. I played as Mundi. Very nice. But it's too much. Too much. Everything is happening at the same time. Too much. I couldn't handle it, so I just uninstalled it after a while. But it was nice.
I remember it did get overwhelming after a while, but it's a very nice game. If you like strategy games, and if you're into Star Wars, even if you're not into Star Wars, it's a very, very good strategy game.
Yeah. It's very nice, very nice.
Okay.
And also, as far as strategy is concerned, I always like the Command and Conquer games.
Yeah.
Especially the Tiberium Wars. Tiberium Wars was my favorite.
Okay.
Like,
I didn't play that one that much. I played more of Yuri's Revenge and Red Alert 2.
Bro,
But
I liked it so much with the screen. I always played as the aliens pop. The tripods, so nice.
yeah,
So
man.
nice. I have a cousin with whom I used to play that game. He had a tool that he could change the map so he could funnel all the AI coming from one straight road, you know? And yeah, he blocked all the routes and they were coming from one straight line, from the middle, for example. And he gave us more money, you know, more
Yeah,
nodes
yeah,
to farm.
yeah,
And it was 2 versus 4 enemies on brutal. But
yeah,
brutal difficulty, which is the highest one, is indeed brutal. The AI has cheats.
yeah, yeah. Of
It
course. Yeah,
keeps spamming. Bro, it was so.
man.
Imagine that one match. It was like World War One. You were fighting for 1 hour just to gain 1 meter of progress.
Yeah.
And guess it was like we were fighting for 8 hours for one match to get over. So nice memories.
I've had a similar experience with a friend. We played Age of Empires 2, but we played this before the definitive edition came out, because with the definitive edition they updated the AI and they made it better. But before the definitive edition, I played, you can have I think like 8 players maximum in a match. So I played with this friend of mine against 6 of the hardest AI. And we played a match where like we tried multiple times, of course, but we won 2 times. Once it was like somehow we managed to break the AI in a way where we made like a maze that they would come through, but it was surrounded by castles. So they would send armies, but by the time they reached us, the armies were gone. And that's when we defeated them. Like it took hours and hours. And the other stuff that we tried. Are you familiar with Age of Empires 2?
Yeah.
You know, you can build.
I haven't played it much, you know, but I know.
Yeah, you know, if you build wonders, you can win the game just by having a wonder.
Yes.
And then the second match that we won, we were completely smashed. But what we did was we built onagers, and onagers could cut down the trees, you know? So what we did, we had some resources left. We built these onagers. We went deep into the forest. We made our way. We built a wonder, and then just made walls behind us, lines of walls, and that's how we won the second match. It's some of these experiences are the ones that are always in your mind, like you said.
I remember this Command and Conquer games I used to play with my cousin 8 hours straight, and there was no pause button. So if you wanted to go, for example, at the toilet,
Oh my.
you had to be very, very fast because you needed to be there 100% of the time to micromanage everything. It was so fucked up.
Yeah.
And when we finally won, it was so rewarding, bro. Oh, so nice.
Yeah, it always is. Okay, last question, just before you go. What do you think about the Legend of Total War leaving the scene, the Total War scene at the end of the year? You saw this? Are you familiar with it? Are you aware of it? Do you know who Legend of Total War is?
I know, but I haven't heard what happened.
No, he just announced like 3-4 weeks ago. He said that he's gonna stop playing Total War games. He's gonna take a break from YouTube, and then when he comes back, he's gonna eventually play some other games. He's not gonna play Total War games anymore because he's a little bit fed up, understandably so. With
Yeah, I will tell you, bro. Listen, CA has been static for so many years.
yeah,
They rely only in the old titles, which we love, of course. But, you know, I understand that even though it gives you money when you're making videos for so long for the same titles, but after a while, I believe it gets repetitive
yeah.
and like a chore, you know. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that you feel the same way as well because you're making content.
Yeah,
Y-
it can
you are
definitely hit you.
you are making content just to make content. You are not actually enjoying what you're playing, you know.
Yes.
And when you have so many hours into something, after a while it gets tedious. You do the same thing all over again. But
Yeah, and that is absolutely true. And the problem with that is that there's nothing, theoretically, you don't have anything to look forward to because you don't know if the next CA game will be good. You know, if you're gonna enjoy it, you might not enjoy it, and then you have to go back to the old one, and there's just so much that you can do.
exactly, we saw what happened with Pharaoh. Okay.
Yeah.
The way they treated the people at the beginning who had concerns. They were canceling all over the place in forums. And after a while, they released the dynasties. I think that they made the map like including Greece and everything,
Yeah.
which had to be done from the beginning. And they said, "Oh, there you go. We did this for you. Fuck you, buddy." I mean,
Yeah, and just the
Okay.
it was such a it was such a slimy move to just relaunch the game again and to leave the older version up, but relaunch it just so you have better reviews, because there's two versions
exactly.
of Pharaoh up.
Yeah,
It's the
I
initial
I
version.
have played only the first one. The second one, I haven't even installed it. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, especially because you were into that time period and you were excited, and then
Exactly. Very sad, bro. I have only 13.7 hours. Last played October 14, 2023.
okay.
That's all you have to hear.
Do you have anything on the horizon, in the meaning of, are you looking to get into another strategy game, or are you still finding enough joy in Total War? Because I've been thinking, I ask you this because, for example, Europa Universalis 5 comes out, and I'm not familiar with the series, but it looks very interesting. It's like a grand strategy. You manage your teams in faction in medieval times. And then there's also like Crusader Kings 3 that I would like to give a shot, because I know it has a great mod that allows you to have the grand campaign elements, but then there's a mod that allows you to have the battles within Total War Attila, which is like the perfect
Yes.
combination,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
Exactly, yeah.
So are you looking into
I will
something like
tell
that? Do you
you,
play?
I will tell you, I have purchased CK3 and also Hearts of Iron 4 for
Okay.
World War II.
Yeah.
I played Hearts of Iron 4, and with Greece, of course. I made the last stand. I lost because it's too much.
Yeah.
It's nice, but okay, you're just above a map. You don't do something actually.
No, yeah.
Uh,
That's the
it turns me off a bit.
yeah.
Also with CK3, I also played it, and I also bought the Byzantine DLC, whatever they call
DLC.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I played with Katakouzinos family. I think it was nice, but after a while, it's so many UI, so many mechanics to
Yeah.
learn,
Yeah.
and I haven't played anything in the past. So I was like, what am I doing here, bro? I don't know what I'm doing, so I left it.
Yeah. I fully
Uh,
understand you, man.
yeah, I tried to dive into it to role play a bit. Oh wow,
Yeah. Yeah.
recruit some soldiers. Oh wow, and then I was like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's okay.
Yeah.
I stopped playing, but for sure I want to learn any other kind of games because, okay, I still play a bit 1100 AD, but okay, I've played for so much.
Yes.
I want to play something else as
Yeah. And these
always.
other games are
It's like-
always so interesting to me, but they're always they're like a lifelong game. I name these games like a lifelong game, like Total War is. You're into Total War, you're into it. It's hard to get into something else, but like you can do it,
Exactly.
of course, because people do it, but it is incredibly time consuming. It's not like you can pick it up, play it for a few hours a week. These games are like
And
very rich in their replayability and the things that you can do in their mechanics.
and
So
I
yeah,
don't have much time also, bro,
exactly.
after work.
Yeah.
I
So
want to
yeah,
relax.
yeah,
I mean, I also go hiking with my friends on the mountains. I don't have much time, to be honest, but
yeah.
it's okay.
Well, listen,
We
man.
love Rome too.
Yes. This has been very nice to have this conversation with you. I'm sorry if I stole too much of your time. I am super
No, you
grateful.
haven't. I enjoyed very much. Thank you for having me here once again. And once again, I would like to thank you for funding the tournament.
Yeah,
And
no
truly
problem.
appreciate it.
That's gonna happen more in the future. Although I didn't manage to cover the first one, let's hope I'm gonna be better on that front with the next ones. I'm super grateful for your time. I have like a bunch of questions that I didn't get to ask, but the conversation flew in a very natural way, so I didn't want to interrupt anything. I enjoyed it very much.
We can
appreciate-
reschedule if you want.
Yeah, maybe in the future. Yeah, we can do. Maybe we can do
Sure.
small updates when we have the tournaments. Talk about the tournament a little bit when I actually watch all of the matches, and talk about the
sure, for sure.
strategies and such. maybe have the winners.
100%.
Man, I wish you good luck at work. Go and rest a little bit. I appreciate
very
your
much,
time.
bro.
Thank you very
I
much for
would
your
like
time.
to leave a message for the people watching.
Yes, go
Like
ahead.
and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. And
all three of
if you have
you.
the time, if you all three exactly. If you have the time, give our mod a shot and your feedback on our Discord. But
Be polite.
please before you leave your feedback, be sure to read the tips and tricks that we have, because sometimes if you have any question, it's being solved directly there. So
Yes. And don't be pussies.
all.
Don't use soft mod. Just learn to play the game properly.
exactly.
Okay, man. I appreciate your time again, and I will talk to you soon. Have a nice
Take care,
weekend.
man. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
You as well.
thank you.
Bye.
Yeah,
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye, bye.